Hey guys, guess what? It's Horsey Stuff and I am back with part number 4. Yes, you heard that correctly, 4 of the Fake Black Beauty. If you haven't seen the other segments, go ahead and go to my channel and check them out, or I will try to link them down below. That would actually be a cool idea, right? Maybe I'll do that for all my series, link all the parts in the video description. That way you guys can go back and make sure you're watching the entire movie and we're not jumping into like part 4 because that's a little awkward. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this movie with me. If you could hit that like button and subscribe for future videos, that would really help me out. Let's go ahead and without further ado, jump right back into Black Beauty. Alright, so she's going to sign Beauty up for some 4-H show. Deadline to sign up is in a week, and I assume it would be coming up pretty fast. I'm confused as to how she thinks she's going to sign up for some 4-H thing when, one, he still has this injury, and I'm not sure what the rehab plan is for it, but I would think it would be pretty intense. And two, she has done nothing with him except groom him in his stall. She hasn't even taken him out of his stall yet. So I would think there's a lot that needs to go into doing a 4-H show. And the first step there would be getting the horse out of his stall and just seeing if he behaves out of his stall, if she can manage him out of his stall. I'm sure he's not that bad, but she's so inexperienced. I would worry about her having the skills necessary because we just don't know how he would be in a 4-H environment. Okay, so stiff competition because this girl always wins. It doesn't matter. I mean, they wouldn't be going to win, right? They would just be going to participate.
Alright, so they've opened the window in the barn and she's trying to convince Beauty to look out.
We already saw Beauty looking out this window earlier, so that's not a whole big shock to us. They had just a random scene earlier in the movie of him just with his head sticking out the window. So I guess now she's going to try to convince him to go out into this lovely large paddock. I'm not sure why they didn't leave the door open and give him access to it sooner. Because I would think if your goal is to get the horse used to being outside in the sun, you would leave the door open and let him do it on his own time, not leave him closed in and then force him to go out when you're ready. You could just have left it open this whole time and he goes out or doesn't go out. And then if you needed to give him a little more encouragement to go outside, you could maybe hang out just outside the door, offer some treats just outside the door, etc. to encourage him to test the waters and try to come out. But there's no reason to have locked him in and now try to be pulling him out the door like she's doing. I like how they filmed that where they only showed the horse's legs, so it made it a little less obvious. I'm sure she was pulling him forward and then pushing him back. He really wasn't going back that fast. I mean, definitely wasn't dramatic. You could have made that look way more dramatic, so I don't think they did a great job of portraying what they're claiming happened. But filming just the legs was a good idea because it does make it a little less obvious that she is the one that's putting him back into the shade instead of him doing it himself.
Alright, again with the halter in the stall, which seems completely pointless to me, but I guess I have to let it go because they're not going to change it this movie. I still don't know why they're not just leaving this open so that he has the freedom all the time to go in and out. It would seem much more efficient to me and much more practical to me in terms of getting him used to being outside.
And also, you have to wonder if some of the issue is him just not being comfortable leaving the stall, less than actually just being out in the sunlight. It might just be the whole new environment in the first place. So leaving that open so he could be out there at night and then be out there when the sun comes up, maybe leave some hay for him outside so that he has something to do out there, that might help him figure out like, oh, the sun comes up, sun comes down, everything is okay. At least from my point of view, that's something I would be trying. I wouldn't be leaving the horse locked inside in the dark 24/7 and then trying to force him outside when I felt like it. Just seems like a poor training tactic and one that's not going to work very well.
Oh wow, now he magically goes outside, no issue because she didn't pull him back in.
Why is she kneeling? Like, what is her obsession with kneeling around horses? It's something, yeah, I mean, sure, I kneel around them too, but not frequently, first off. I mean, it's not something I do daily by any means, and I'm around them all the time. And it's something I always do cautiously. Like, when I'm around horses I trust that I'm comfortable with. I would never just kneel like that in any kind of random situation while I'm walking a horse. It seems incredibly dangerous and for absolutely no reason.
I'm sure he's glad to be out of that stall. I'm sure he was really done with being locked in all the time.
He scares me a little bit.
That's the first time she's admitted that he is not the problem. She's scared of him because she just lacks the horse know-how. And he's such a gentle, easy horse. I'm glad that the farm boy sister is gonna help her with him, because I think she really needs the help. I know that she isn't gonna get, super hurt by him, but she's not making any progress because she's not pushing the boundaries at all. She's not trying to do new things because she is intimidated and she doesn't know enough to feel comfortable doing new things. So this will be really good for her.
And now the sister can walk him around the farm and get him exposed to everything, which will be really good for both Beauty and the main girl. Oh my god, I used to do this as a kid. It was so much fun on those hot summer days. Alright, so here she is doing a spider
Bandage on him to wrap that hawk. If there is something that is open or oozing, I could see why that would be something you'd want to do, and it is an appropriate kind of bandage for him. And I'm glad that they're not grooming him in the cross ties, because this is a much more appropriate place to groom him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with grooming in a stall, and I certainly do it plenty. It shows it's where I always groom, actually. At home, less frequently, just because it's less convenient. But this horse has been in this stall so much, he needs to get out of the stall. I really don't believe in stalling horses. Mine go out every day. They do have stalls, but they also go outside in group turnout every single day. I'm very anti-stall, so to see this horse just locked in a stall all by itself day after day, to me, I'm like, any opportunity to get out of the stall, it needs to get out of the stall. So if you're gonna groom the horse, groom him outside of his stall. I wouldn't feel so strongly if the horse had other opportunities to be outside regularly, but stalls are very depressing. They're just not good for a horse's mental health.
Alright, so the vet's going to unwrap him and look at him again. I'm very curious what he's going to say. They're being so dramatic. He shifted his weight.
So it seems like there was swelling in this hawk, but it seems like there was some sort of swelling and they were wrapping it more to try to prevent the swelling and keep the swelling down, and keeping the horse rested to keep the swelling down. I'm gonna assume that they thought that must be some sort of soft tissue injury, and that's why they were concerned about him exercising on it, versus just stocking up from some sort of like blunt trauma or something that didn't actually do any structural damage. Again, I'm not 100% sure what the story is, but I would think if you're worried about the horse moving while it's swollen, we must be talking about soft tissue damage. If I just have swelling with no actual injury behind it, just, like we swell too, a hematoma of some sort, I would move the horse, work them, because that's going to help the hematoma go down, especially if the horse is willing to do it. If the horse isn't comfortable enough to work, then at least lots of walking, lots of movement at a light pace to try to help get that swelling to go down.
I'm just so happy he's out grazing in the field now. It's such a better environment for him. Why is she grabbing the top of the halter to lift his head up? Like, who does that? She's being overly aggressive with this horse. It
really isn't that hard to be a little gentler and just as effective. She doesn't need to yank him and yank him. Just because he's looking to eat, she let him eat, so of course he's going to be like, yeah, but I want to keep grazing. she could quietly ask him if he's really being bad, then be a little more forceful and insist, but there was no reason here to be that forceful. He wasn't trying that hard, she was overreacting. I think, again, because she's a little worried about this horse and worried about handling him, so she's making up for that by being overly big to try to ensure that he doesn't push her.
This dog looks so happy walking along and playing fetch. Beauty looks less enthused, but happy to go along with the idea. Oh, he can run again. It's so refreshing to see him do more than just walking. And that he's allowed to just run and have fun.
Alright, and I hope you guys enjoyed that segment of Black Beauty. It's truly such a heartwarming tale, and I'm loving following along with the characters and seeing what's gonna happen next. The plot is a little unpredictable in the sense that I can't tell you exactly what's gonna happen, which is rare for a horse movie, although it does follow the general trend I would expect it to follow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that a lot, and leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and if you have any other suggestions for how I should do my videos or what I should react to. I will see you guys all next time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys all tomorrow.